Guests whose feet don't touch the ground are toward the center of the row, away from those safety gates on the side. So they're nice and snugly there in the center. Also make sure that everybody's picking up a pair of 3D glasses from our Studio Tour ambassadors. It looks like they're making their way through the cars. That's perfect. If anybody did not get a pair of 3D glasses, please start pop on and just say a quick hello. Here he is.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Juliet.
And the greatest driver.
Joseph.
They're the best. I love them.
It's true.
Even though
Juliet.
owes me $5.
Oh, all right.
I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
That's right, we do have just a few safety rules. We want to make sure you stay in your row with only your traveling party. In addition to that, please keep those gorgeous facial coverings on at all times over your nose. No belongings go, just keep a good hold on them. We got starts and stops and sudden tram movements, so we want to make sure everything stays inside the vehicle. This is private property, so please do not leave this vehicle at any point unless you're instructed to do so by myself or another team member here at Universal. If you have an emergency of any kind, we have a cord for that. Run straight down the center of the tram above your head, that big red cord. Give it a tug and I'll be back to assist you as soon as it is safe for me to do so. There's no eating, smoking, or drinking on the studio tour. However, if you have to get a sip of water, please, you are more than welcome to do that. Just pull that mask back up after you are done. And that is it. We are now officially leaving that theme park and heading into the studio. We have our gorgeous fire department here on the right-hand side. That is Fire Station 51. They are a real functioning LA County fire station. In fact, we are a city here at Universal. We're about 400 acres. We have things like our own zip code, our own fire department, our own medical services. Our city was opened March 15, 1915 as Universal City, the strangest city in the world, a city dedicated to making movies, and that's still what we are to this day. We do have some buildings, though, that not every city has, the first of which you're going to see in just a second coming up on the left-hand side. It is a sound stage, and this particular one is Soundstage 12. One of the oldest stages still standing here on our lot. You can see on the outside the logo for The Voice. That's because every season except the current one is shot inside of Soundstage 12. I'll show you where they're doing current filming for The Voice a little bit later on in the tour. And here are a couple other examples of scenes that are shot inside of Stage 12. We got some good girls fans. Yes, they use stage 44, which is coming up here on the right, as well as stage 37, which is kind of tucked behind. And then these are their trailers and sort of costume area, all scattered around this general area of the lot. And then if you look over to your left, you're going to see Ted. He's welcoming us with a very dirty martini to our production bungalows. So the gorgeous buildings coming up on your left, these were once dressing rooms for stars like Lucille Ball, Doris Day, Rock Hudson, and they were scattered all over the lot. Now that was used for when we had what we called contract players here in Hollywood. That meant that one actor was contracted to one studio, sometimes for years at a time, as their 9-to-5 job. So essentially they gave them an apartment out in the back lot, said, hey, customize it, you're going to be here all the time, we want to make sure you feel comfortable. Well, we have different kinds of contracts now, right? We have different dressing rooms, but we still have these gorgeous buildings. So sort of change in the lot from our front lot, which we've seen thus far, a lot of our sound stages, right? Editing buildings, office buildings, etc., to our back lot. And our back lot is where we do our exteriors on a huge scale.
I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up on the edge. Con literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island. The Universal
cars, which is any vehicle seen on camera. So we've got a couple of our favorites from over Universal history displayed out here again, nice and close to the tram, so you can snap a good picture.
Look at all the cars. But they're not all the different cars.
Now, if you'll indulge me, I'm going to phone a friend because no matter how many years I've been doing this tour, I can't quite get this next part right. So here we go.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Does it so well, you can't compare. So in just a second, we are going to head into our Jurassic Park area where we have sets, props, and even picture cars from the original Jurassic Park trilogy. On your left here, this is the mobile lab unit from the Lost World Jurassic Park, so the second of this original trilogy. And then we have the crane car, also from the Lost World, right after it on the left. That's when they first get to the island, the bad guys are kind of rounding up the dinosaurs they used to have vehicle. Oh no, oh gosh, oh no, we got some spinning dinosaurs, guys, and they did not get the mask memo. I'm so sorry, watch out, second car. Spinning dinosaurs, yeah, it's gonna happen every time. Watch out, third car, spinning dinosaurs, both sides. Can't run from it, sorry. Watch out, fourth car, spinning dinosaurs. Yup. Well, that's your second dinosaur attack, though. Check and check. You did it. Well, how's everybody doing? Anybody's face melt? All right, weather. We would have to create our own storm, and that is what we are going to do right now. So, this area of the lot is called Old Mexico, and we are going to create a storm for you right here. The first layer, obviously, are thunder and lightning. Thunder is big bass speakers hidden inside the buildings. The lightning is high-intensity strobe lights. We bounce it off the building so it's a good glow for the camera. And then we have our rain. The rain is brought to you by very high-tech sprinklers on poles. Pushes the water upwards so by the time it comes back down, it looks a little more natural for the camera. You're going to notice it's not necessarily raining everywhere. There's patches of wet and patches of dry. It gives productions the option of having the actors in the wet areas and the expensive equipment in the dry areas, so they don't have to worry about waterproofing any of that. But we'll cut these sprinklers in just a second, especially since we're at the bottom of the hill. We don't want to get too much water in this area. So we're just going to cut them any second. Now, we're just going to cut these sprinklers. Oh no, watch out, we got a flash flood! We made that flood too. We did that, I'm sorry. It's brought to you by thousands of gallons of recycled water. Comes out of a huge tank at the top of the hill, all the way down, under the bridge, gets sucked and does it all over again. And now we're rolling into the dry area of Old Mexico. This has been used in movies like Nacho Libre, starring Jack Black, as well as the Illumination Entertainment Film Hop. Also tons of TV shows like Westworld, Shameless, Community, House, Picard, starring Sir Patrick Stewart. They did some filming out here, as well as the Orville. They were just out here a couple months ago. They used Old Mexico as well as Six Points, Texas, which is the street that we're rolling into right now. So this is obviously our Old West area of the lot, right? Now Hollywood doesn't make quite as many Western movies as they used to, but this area still does get some screen time. The movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, they did extensive filming up and down our Six Points, Texas, as well as the film Call of the Wild, starring Harrison Ford. The Disney movie Saving Mr. Banks, they used this as the outback of Australia around about the turn of the century. And then if I do have any Superstore fans, Sandra's wedding actually took place in the saloon right out here on Six Points. So when we first opened our studio in 1915, we had 6 identical Western streets. We were shooting silent Westerns, so we could shoot 6 at the same time. Well, that is why we call this Six Points, Texas. It's in honor of those 6 Western streets that we had when we first opened up our studio. Because of those Western streets, in about a year, they were able to film almost 200 Western movies to kind of kick off Universal Studios. Oh, when we take a right here, if you look to your left, you're going to see some gorgeous big sound stages there. Those are our newest sound stage construction. There's 4 of them. You can see they're absolutely enormous. Stage 24, which is the first of them, is actually where The Voice moved. So they just moved from stage 12 out to stage 24, further on the back lot. And then stage 24 and 25 saw a lot. However, it doesn't have to be a BART station. It can be a subway station anywhere in the world. The way they're going to do that is they're just going to substitute the maps, the advertisements, and the signs, and make them themed to wherever this is supposed to live or exist in, right? So if it is needed to be a metro station in Paris, well then, oh. Okay guys, no worries. This is California, right? It'll be a small tremor. It'll stop. This will stop. The big one, you did great. Now that's a simulation of an 8.25 earthquake, and that's as close as you ever want to get to an 8.25 earthquake. Very excited about that. Now up on your screens is how they use it. We're just going to cruise right on through. So if you look across our little lagoon here for Amity Island, you're going to see some of the gorgeous buildings on the other side. So, oh. Okay, that's fine, everybody. I think maybe they caught the wrong shark. That's all right, though. We've got some divers in the water. They're just going to handle this for us. Hello, hi. Can you do something about this, please? Handle this. I can't tell if those are yes screens or no screens. Can you give me like a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Oh, gross. Okay, I see a thumb, but I don't know which way it's pointing. That's fine. Children, avert your eyes. We're just going to pull up next to this pier that is full of flammable gasoline tanks because I've decided this is the safest place we could be, right next to this pier. So we put some shark bait in that yellow barrel out there, and we're hoping he's going to take the bait. Okay? All right, taking the bait. That's good. Great. Oh, pier is on fire. Maybe not on fire. Has anyone seen the shark? I don't know where the shark is. Anyone? Bueller? Oh, here he comes! He's oh, you guys just survived a giant shark attack! Great job, you were crossing things off your bucket list left and right. My first car, you're perfect response. That should be in a commercial. It was beautiful. Well done. Now if you look over your shoulder, you can see the only shark in the entire world that can do the backstroke. There he goes. Right back to position one. Now our mechanical shark here at Jaws worked great for us day in and day out, almost without any issue. But the sharks that they built for the movie Jaws were not the same story. They almost never worked. So here's director Steven Spielberg to tell you more about working with those ones.
That's a mud from a lion shark. The shark was frustrated. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you could hear the radio beats. They were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited around. We just waited and waited and waited. The shark worked well enough for a while.
In the park, but they did some re-theming over the closure, so they moved it out here on the back lot so we could still enjoy it. I don't know though if the people who parked these cars knew just how close they were to a very dangerous area of the lot. Coming up on the right, we have the Bates Motel, and up on the hill, the Psycho House from, of course, that classic horror film, Psycho. I have some mood music for us for this area to really bring it to life. War of the Worlds.
The airplane press site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down and talk about the war of the world, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep pressing me. Listen, listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Got them closed? Robbie, get in.
Now, as you look around here, you might be wondering how they got this airplane to look so real. That's an actual Boeing 747. They bought a retired craft from an airplane graveyard in the Mojave Desert, chopped it up into 4 pieces, put it on trucks, carted it out here at night on the freeways, set it all up for less than 5 minutes in that movie. That scene lasts less than 5 minutes long. That is nuts. But it's such a great testament to Hollywood, right? They're going to do so largest freestanding backdrops. So up on your screen is a scene from the movie Sully, starring Tom Hanks. And in just a second, you'll see how they utilize Falls Lake for a portion of that scene. There are pools out in front of the backdrop that can be filled up with water or dirt or sand, anything they need for the floor of the scene they're building. Put sets on top, add in the actors, and they use the backdrop as a digital replacement backdrop. So the water, the plane, the people, that was all real out in front of Falls Lake. Just that background was created inside the computer, and they put those 2 shots together. Bring it all to life. Well, I've been doing a lot of talking about movies, but I think it's time to go into a movie. So, to finish out our studio tour, we are going to go on a Fast and the Furious style adventure. Yeah. So our first location is Sullivan's Garage. That's what we're heading into right now. You can see a couple of the vehicles that they have been working on out here, and then we're going to meet members of the family. They're going to give us our instructions for the next part of our adventure here. So let's see if they're ready to help us out.
My name is Roman Pierce.
Hello.
Pleased to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you with Shaw for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot.
All right, look guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here. So put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone could give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay and we'll meet you in there.
All right, so we've got our setup, we've got our instructions. It is time to move to our second scene and our second location in this Fast and the Furious adventure. There we go. Let's do it.
That's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not...
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. I got it. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours.
Hobbs, escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of tonight.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate.
Shaw traced us. Hobbs can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle.
It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
Okay, as we move into our third scene, please put on your 3D glasses. Also, please remain seated. Hold on to your personal belongings. Don't worry, we're going to lie low in the Jurassic Park parking structure. As we all know, nothing bad ever happens in Jurassic Park.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now or you all get fried!
This is our turn.
After them!
Okay, guys, it's showtime.
I got the bull by the horn!
Now we're moving.
You give me the witness to represent the phone today. I'm their company! The witness is mine, Letty!
How about you eat asphalt?
Don't think you're getting away! Find the
Way to go, Letty. Don't let another missile shot. Not gonna happen. Don't worry, I got this. Roman, don't shoot. Head on the bridge. Under construction. Everybody hold on. It's the nitrous. Ride or die. Now, appreciate it. They said the bigger the family, the stronger it is. You guys did good out there. And you're welcome to join our crew anytime.
Alright, with the completion of Fast and the Furious Supercharged, we have completed the studio tour. Now, on behalf of myself, Juliet, our driver Joseph, and everyone here at NBC Universal, thank you so much for coming back to see us. We are delighted to have you back here, especially on the studio tour. Your park does not close till 10 p.m. tonight, guys. You've still got, a little over 3 hours to run around and enjoy the rest of your day here at Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment.